see if people wanted to shoot the shit. Something different for that tonight. Little shine in action. Got a ball game tonight. We got the Rockets Warriors. I'm just really coming on to hang out. See if anyone comes in here, wants to hang out. Talk about whatever topics are on the agenda today. Warriors are up 2-1 at home. Jimmy Butler's supposed to play tonight. See if he does. John Jones got new scary footage, hey?
The winner should absolutely fight Tom.
Oh, shit. They always show old footage when they do shit like this.
Because he wants that money. He wants paying for it. When I actually think he's doing this as a plan, because he knows he's going to take the fight, and he wants the most he can absolutely get, because that is the last challenge to him in the heavyweight division. There is no one after John. There is no one after Thomas Moon. It's really smart by John Jones by saying, I don't want to face him. I'm not going to face him. I want to face Alex Pereira instead. It's really smart. It really is. John Jones is like the ultimate freak of all freaks. This guy's an animal. Yeah. No one's beaten John Jones in mixed martial arts. He is the best mixed martial artist in the world. You're walking on him in bed with your beard like you took him in. It's as simple as that.
Who's like your top fighters of all time?
The first one has to be John Jones. You have to give the credit to that man. It's fun when I see people comparing him with the Dagestani guys, even with Khabib, with Islam or that. All the respect to all the champions, but for example, Khabib, he has how many? 14, 15 fights in the UFC? John Jones had 15 title defenses. He's almost 40, right?
Yeah.
And he became a world champion with 23. Crazy. So
Cavaliers up big.
Calculating.
Waiting for that other game to come on. Just checking out some UFC stuff. Cleveland 138-83 over Miami. Holy shit. That's a lot of points, man. 138 points in a night. Celtics better wake the fuck up. Celtics better be ready to clean up Orlando tomorrow night and call it a day. Cleveland's put up some points. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. Holy smokes. Did Miami even play defense? Did they even play their starters? Holy smokes.
Last year, of course, eliminated by the eventual champion Celtics. And now we'll see what kind of summer they have and figure out where this Heat franchise goes from here.
I would have rather played Miami than Orlando, though. Just because the Celtics don't match up well with Orlando for whatever reason. They just do not play well against Orlando. That's it for that game and that series. Don't even look like Donovan Mitchell broke a sweat.
38-83 victory to complete the sweep and punch their ticket to the Eastern Conference semifinals for a second straight year. And they will now await the winner of Indiana and Milwaukee. with the Pacers holding a chance to end that series tomorrow night. And that thing will be on NBA TV. And this Cavs team will be taking notes. The Pacers team that, by the way, won the 4-game season series with the Cavaliers 3-1.
I'm reading some headlines.
Key guys missed 2 of those 4 meetings. And let that drumbeat countdown begin to the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference playoffs. Donovan Mitchell, magnificent. 22 points, 8 of 15 shooting. Candace's picture-perfect a start to this postseason bid for the Cavaliers as they could have hoped.
Yeah, the Cavs, the tone was set by Spida, and now 3Ds with the man of the night.
All right, thanks, Candace. Spida, tell the viewers the focus you guys had tonight, having a day off, knowing you wanted to close out this series.
First of all, I want to give my condolences to Kevin Love and his family. That's my dog. Been a part of, a lot of success here in Cleveland. Big part of here. I saw he was here. I didn't get to see him, but, my brother, I love you. I wish you, just keeping you in my prayers, man. That's first and foremost. And, for us, we came out here, with a goal in mind. Understanding that, like I said, we respect this organization, this group of guys. They come out and compete. So for us to keep our foot on their throat and on their neck and just continue to play 48 minutes of basketball.
This game sends a message. So I only have really one big question for you. Russ, does that mess with your rhythm versus having rest?
I'm always a big fan of rest. It's the best I've felt in my career. So, biggest thing is now is just use that, take advantage of it. And I understand I can still get out working. We're not at the house chilling. Be ready for Milwaukee or Indiana.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Spider-Man, guys.
All right, 3D, Donovan Mitchell looking spry, and the Cleveland Cavaliers looking fierce. That'll do it for us from Miami. For Candace, 3D, rest of our TNT crew, Spiro D to say good night. You've been watching the NBA on TNT, exclusive home of the Eastern Conference Finals. We'll break and get you to EJ and the crew in Atlanta next.
It's a fucked up feeling.
Perfecting your swing is hard.
Nice shot, Dad.
Losing a parent, losing a kid's probably the worst, but losing a parent's fucking rough. Rough. No matter how old you are. Whether you get along with them or not, it's rough. Rough. So I feel bad for Kevin Love tonight. Not an easy thing to go through. Not an easy thing to go through. Come on, Rockets and Warriors coming up. Hopefully some people come in. I'm a prophet. Brown University teacher fired from job for going to Syria for Hamas wake. Of course. Why wouldn't they be? Crazy. I'm glad I haven't been paying attention to the news lately. I know people love when we talk about the news on here, but man, I'm glad we haven't talked about it for a while because this shit is fucking nuts. Every day. Every day. It's like it gets worse every day. The world in general. I hate to be negative. I really do. Man. Jimmy Butler's going to go tonight. 2-1. Warriors lead the series. Where's my fucking bowl? Do I even have this stupid ass chat set up? Or is it acting fucking stupid? What up, Monday? Oh, Joe. How you doing, buddy? What's new? Kicking some Canadian ass. I seen you guys won again. I told you the Capitals might win it all. I'm hanging in there, buddy. Smoking a little ganja, waiting for the games to come on, hoping some people come in and just shoot the shit. Seeing if anyone's up. Had some nice weather today. Had to do some shit around here. Fucking had some people from the city had to come and do some shit. Oh, that's what's up. Hey, they say anything on the news down your way about that helicopter crash at all? The one that happened, the big one at the airport with the military. I read something today. I don't know if it's true or not. I really haven't been talking much about that stuff. If you don't want to talk about it, it's cool. But if you do, we can talk about it. I heard that the lady didn't follow orders or something. There's some places that have covered it. A few YouTubers have covered it. Supposedly the woman didn't take orders and shit, which was like my worst fear. On some wacko Joe Biden supporter shit. Sounds like it may have occurred. Allegedly, possibly. I don't know. It's kind of like, I like looking into that shit, but you can't do, like, it's just fucking gets old for me. I can't make it my whole fucking life, day after day. Bad news every day is not good. Not good. For anyone. For anyone. Something like that, yeah. And supposedly it was like from what I read, it correlates to why the accident occurred. Who the fuck knows, man? Who knows? People are nuts, Joe. People are fucking nuts, buddy. Seriously. Like, I'd never see... I don't know. You're the same age as me, you know. Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. That's part of it, too. That's part of it, too. No doubt about it. Like, total lack of... It's the word I'm looking for. Total lack of, like, human life. Total lack of, like, understanding, like, this, you know, death is... That's it. Maybe we come back. Maybe we know. I don't remember being here before. So at least it's over for this one. Just like people don't realize that's it. No value for human life. That's what I was gonna say. That's kind of why I've been just watching sports lately and chilling out. Because it seems like I figured talking about it, we could maybe make a change. It's not making a change. So why even fucking talk about it? You know? Fuck it. Just try to be a good person in your own life. Get fucking stoned. If that's your thing. So it looks like Jimmy Butler's going to play tonight. We'll listen to some of the game, shoot the shit. What's up, everyone? Hope you're having a good night. Just kind of hanging out, talking, something light tonight. I'm not doing play-by-play tonight. But I will put on the commentary, and we can talk whatever you guys want to talk about for a few hours. The Joker, Jack. Yeah, I think I'd switch it up tonight. Something different. Keep switching them up. Keep switching them up. Maybe that'll draw some interest. But yeah, figure we shoot the shit. Maybe listen to some of the game. I'm not going to do play-by-play for it like usual. But just to hang tonight. Fucking Cleveland whooped Miami's ass today. Big time. I didn't see it. I heard there was a no call or something that really fucked Detroit. Is that what happened? I'll put the game on in the background and I'll talk with the chat.
Shot, it's a three. 2 of 12 in this series, right? Only 17% from three.
What up, Monty?
Green getting it started offensively here for the Warriors. Ben Thompson goes right at heel and throws it away with the Rocket turnover. 2 feet set. A little pause in between. Bucket. Traditional man-to-man here for the Rockets. Golden State won here Saturday, 104-93.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Two-ball series. And back-to-back threes here by Draymond Green.
Fucking Draymond hit 2 threes, running his mouth, going crazy. Another 3. Ooh, in and out. Draymond gonna be a Momo tonight. Really? I wouldn't doubt it. There's been a lot of bad officiating. That Celtics series has been a little fucked up, in my opinion. There's been a lot of tight calls, man. There's been a lot of ticky-tack fouls. Then there's some series they letting the guys foul like crazy. But yeah, I heard they boned him. I think it was with Sanders. I think it was a little bit of everything. I think there was some Dion hate, too. I think he should have went at least by the 3rd round. I could see maybe Jackson Dot. I could see maybe Cam Ward. I could see the kid from Alabama because he's an athletic freak. Milrow. Other than that, I don't see none of those guys going above him. Fuck, they didn't even talk about the championship quarterback from Ohio State, Pittsburgh drafted, so. And they were talking about Sanders, so. I thought there was some fuckery on that deal. I think teams were also scared because of all the media, which the media is going to do what the media does anyway, but teams got gay with that shit with him. Golden State out to a 9-2 lead right away. Yeah, that was funny, Jet. I'm blind. I'm deaf. I want to be a ref. Good job on that one. I agree.
Knocking down his first trade. I just felt offensively, both Pajinski, Draymond Green have struggled in this series. And for them to take a commanding lead in the series, you know what Butler, you know what Curry's going to do. X factor in Game 3 was Gary Payton and Buddy Hield. If the Warriors want to be successful tonight, it's got to be Draymond Green and Pajinski.
Yeah, I tried to read an article on ESPN, but my fucking, what do you call it, ran out. To read articles on ESPN and fucking, you need to, like the good articles, you got to have ESPN Plus and my ESPN Plus, and I'm not renewing it. So I couldn't read too much about the NFL draft as far as ESPN, which sucks because they cover it very heavily. I'm going to look and see if the NFL Network has more details or close to as many details and start just going through them. But I watched the draft myself, so I have a pretty good idea who did well and who didn't. None of them guys have played a pro game yet anyway. So, got to wait and see.
Curry has had to go through, and he has been proven right thus far. Here comes Green. Another steal. Another turnover. Hield the other way. The turnovers obliterating the start for the Rockets. 4 Houston turnovers. Warriors lead by 11.
Wow. 4 turnovers for the Rockets to stop the game. 13-12. Warriors come out and play. Yeah, they wanted to humble him a bit, I'm sure, too. I think they wanted to humble Dion as well. Like, let him know, like, look, you're going to have to fucking let the kid do his own thing. I think he was going to anyway, but it might shut him up a little bit. Yeah, Mel Kiper was high on Shedeur Sanders, that's why. And Mike, he only reason people like Mel Kiper is because he's usually right as far as where guys go. And God forbid he was wrong for once and said he couldn't just say, I was wrong. Like, that's the thing with the media. None of them ever say they're wrong. None of them. I got to argue with people to tell them I'm wrong, and they still get mad. It's wild. It's like that's like the sports culture nowadays. It's just like fucking, I blame First Take for it. First Take and all them debate shows and everything, it made sports fans into fucking political opponents almost, pretty much. Yeah, that's what I've heard too, Monte. There was a lot of people that said nobody's bigger than the Shield. When I was like watching videos, a lot of the comments said that. That's what a lot of people feel. In and out of the league. Who knows? Look at Alan Lichtman. He acted like Alan Lichtman, kind of. Couldn't just be like, I got it wrong. You're like, oh, this fucking thing is, I got to go through all my different key factors. Like, dude, you got almost every president right since the beginning of you doing it. Like, you got one wrong. You got one wrong. Like, no, I didn't get it wrong. That's going to bring my average down to 99% to 99.6. You know what I mean? I had a 99.7 average. Now I'm only going to have a 99.6. This is going to ruin me. I kind of hope he balls out and shits on these assholes, and a little part of me just to stick it up someone's ass like that for being hot-headed. But I also like say Mel Kiper's right. Like say he does bad, then Mel Kiper looks like an idiot. If fucking Mel Kiper's right and he balls out in the NFL, maybe Mel Kiper, then he'll be right ultimately. But it was like, dude, we're not saying he's not gonna like. He's basically just like losing it because he was wrong about the draft. Like, let's see the kid play some games, then you can be like, I told you, motherfuckers. Like, you got it wrong. You didn't even pick, like, it wasn't even a fucking game. It was the draft. Maybe, I don't know. Look at the way all these young guys are nowadays. That's how they are anyway. That's how they all are. Most of these young kids. They're about that with like everything just, come on, chill, bro. So like, that's how that generation is, man, for the most part. You know? They're going to have to start accepting that shit eventually. And see what these guys do on the field. I think he got screwed. Golden State up 16-4.
Against Brooks, Pajemski picked up by Şengün. Rebound, Thompson. It's won game 2 by 109-94 count. Brooks will work inside, go on heel to get the deuce in the lane. So they're scoring inside, which was a major concern coming out of game 3. That is a positive so far for the Rockets. Still down by 10, quick foul. It's on Şengün. It is his first. And it's
Ime Udoka, another idiot.
Udoka and Şengün can't afford. He's too valuable for this team to pick up fouls like that when he's going to be playing.
That as well, too, Jeff. No doubt. Here's Curry.
At 31 in game 1. In the corner, Green, it's a three.
Well, Green almost hit another one.
Got the rebound for the Rockets. Coming in is the number 2 seed, Thompson will fly.
Oh, nice play, Amon Thompson.
Going a foul. Pretty play, took it the entire length and comes up with 2. And fouled as he drove to the rack.
How about the athleticism by Thompson here? Coast to coast, gets the rebound, and only one blue jersey in his way. Buddy Hill tries to contest. Right there, and then Thompson showing the growth of this young player.
And Thompson had 11 in game 3, 11 in game 2. Leads the series in offensive rebounding. The East Bay native is at the line trying to complete the three-point play.
Probably.
It's going to mean something, obviously, for him, too. Coming home, and family and friends, you want to show out.
Curry will accelerate. Thompson will be on him. They've really been physical with Curry. Both with a straight defense. Staying on with it. Curry tries to maneuver.
I mean, that is outstanding one-on-one defense there by Thompson on Curry.
Jalen Green will watch Pajemski.
No good. Golden State starting to cool up a little bit. Bill Belichick's in a bunch of shit. You see what's going on with him? And his young little chick. The more I think about it, it weirds me out more and more he's with a young girl like that. It weirds me out. And I'll talk about it in a minute if you guys want to. I looked into it a little bit. I have a feeling Bill Belichick's he's going to destroy North Carolina, dude. I got a fucking feeling. I got a feeling it's not going to go well.
The foul is on Thompson. It is his first. So
Got a real bad feeling about it.
Warriors will set.
Like what Ime Udoka is doing here. He's going to treat this game like a prize fight, try to wear down the Warriors, bringing in bodies.
A three. Pajemski is now surrounded and kicks. And Curry will catch. Brooks will defend. He'll slither and sneak.
Nice take by Curry.
He gets that to go.
18-11 Golden State. But yeah, I guess Belichick's in a bunch of... I watched the interview with him and his girl. And she didn't want to talk about how they met or when and shit. Now people are wondering. People are wondering if when they met and how. She was a Patriots cheerleader. Like, did they meet when she was younger? And then you hear her attitude, like she's like, the more I see her, and she's going to be working with him at UNC. It's going to get, she's kind of fucking cuckoo, dude. Obviously, she's with a 70-something-year-old man. She's decent looking 20-something-year-old, 24, 25. But, dude, it's fucking, she's getting cunty and shit in the interview. I'm like, ugh. This is going to be bad. Bad. Like telling him what questions he could answer and not. Fucking, ugh. I'll see if I can find it on YouTube. They were playing it on the radio today when I was working in my yard.
Jackie Santos and post. And Green is down low. And Brooks is cutting his post. Knocked away by Adams inside. Picked up by Green. Shot away in time. Santos got it. Bobbled inside. Out of bounds off of Houston.
Off the rotation over defensively by Steven Adams. Coming up with that block on post. Look at this. That's beautiful. That's beautiful weak side defense there by Adams.
Brickley to Green. Inside the Peyton. It comes off for 17 in game 3. Santos to post.
You guys want to listen to the interview? I think I found it. I can't. I don't want to show it, but I'll play the audio. The radio station near me said, "Fucking, they think Bill Belichick is controlling his life." They're like, "We're not talking about this." She was screaming and shit. If I can find the actual interview, that would be beautiful. I don't know if they just, like, there was footage of it, so, like, you could hear her. It was her. I hope it's on, like, live video, her doing it. Like, no. Let me check this out quick before I rush.
Opinion about your private life. It's got nothing to do with them, but they're invested in it. How do you deal with that? Never been meet.
Not talking about this.
We're not talking about this.
No.
It's a topic neither one of them is comfortable commenting.
Never been too worried about what everybody else thinks. Just try to do what I feel like is best for me and what's right. How did you guys meet?
All right, let's listen to the good part of the interview, not all the bullshit, how great he was at New England. We all know all that shit. We've heard it 85 million times. Let's get to the point where we're talking about what's going on now.
He was accurate, and he was a very good decision maker. He got better every single day. As he got better,
Maybe.
You got better. Did you build off of each other? Absolutely, yeah.
One area where they are clearly different is with the media. Brady seems at ease in the spotlight.
People have a lot of questions.
Belichick does not.
You heard what Robert just said. It's already been addressed. Maybe you ought to go back and look at your notes. Well, I understand they have a tough job. On the other side of that, as a coach, you have a job to do too. There's times where I could have been more accommodating. I admit that. Yeah. You just got to turn the page and move forward. As much as they want to dig deeper and deeper into the grave and see what more is down there, at some point you just got to look ahead and move on.
It's also been a momentous year for Belichick. He was named head coach of the University of North Carolina, the result of a messy split from Robert Kraft and the Patriots in early 2024.
He's got a cold, so I'm not going to kiss him.
Yeah,
That's
fucking
Robert
Kraft.
Because
24 years together.
I bet if he was a Chinese rub and tug attendant, you'd kiss him, though.
Super Bowls. Unless I'm wrong, he's not in this book. How come?
He's not. Well, again, it's about my life lessons in football, and it's really more about the ones that I experienced directly.
He's not even in the acknowledgement section.
Correct.
Do you feel like you were treated with dignity and respect when you were let go by Robert Kraft?
Yeah, well, it was a mutual decision for us to part ways.
He said fired.
It was a mutual decision.
Maybe he's a nut. Who knows?
The other change for Belichick is 24-year-old Jordan Hudson, his creative muse, as he writes in his book.
She looks crazy, kind of.
Jordan was
She got like a crazy, quirky kind of look to her. She looks like she might have a little Kerry to her. Maybe a little bit like this guy behind me. I don't know. Thank you to my idea mill and creative muse, Jordan Hudson. He wrote in the book. Did she make you put that there? You didn't say one word about Tom Brady in your lessons throughout your football career, your football life. But you put Jordan Muse in there, Jordan Hudson in there as your idea mill and creative muse. Bill, what are we doing? Bill Belichick's a cock. Fuck.
muse, as he writes, a 4-year-old.
Part ways.
He said fired.
It was a mutual decision.
The other change for Belichick is 24-year-old Jordan Hudson, his creative muse, as he writes in his book.
That's hilarious.
Jordan was a constant presence during our interview.
You have Jordan right over there. Everybody in the world seems to be following this relationship. They've got an opinion about your private life. It's got nothing to do with them, but they're invested in it. How do you deal with that?
Never been too worried about what everybody else thinks. Just try to do what I feel like is best for me and what's right.
How did you guys meet?
Guess not.
Not talking about this.
No.
No.
There he goes again. Here it is. I hope you guys could hear it.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
No.
No.
It's a topic neither one of them is comfortable commenting on, though Hudson has recently posted about it on Instagram.
You joined InstaFace, as you put it. I love that. There's some great pictures of you and Jordan, where you're a fisherman and she's a mermaid. It's charming. It's a different side of you.
Doing photo
What's the
shoots
reaction
with
been
this
like?
bitch.
What's it?
Fake ones.
To have these different sort of photos. There's another one where you're doing, I know you're not into meditation or yoga or Pilates. You're balancing Jordan on your feet. She's doing kind of the Titanic pose.
He looks so embarrassed.
I'm on some of those social media platforms, but I honestly don't follow them.
What he does follow isn't clicks or views, but touchdowns, and above all,
I gotta show you the fucking video.
You do seem like
I gotta do it. I gotta show the video. Even if they make me cut it out, I'll do it after. Dude, this is funny. I gotta show you guys. And I'm stoned, so it's gonna make me laugh. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. This is fucking funny, dude. It's kind of funny when you see how they look at each other and shit. And the guy does a good job interviewing them. Oh, I can do it with that in the background? Oh, that's awesome. Please work.
Never been too worried about what everybody else thinks.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, this place. I know how to do this shit now. Oh, God.
It's correct. And it's about my life.
Not in this 24 years.
Turn thinking about
Oh, shit. If this works all the time, I'm going to have a ball with this green screen. I didn't think it would work like this. Uh-oh. This was this weekend.
The ones that I
Get this volume set up. Sorry, trying something new.
experienced directly.
He's not even in the acknowledgement section.
Correct.
Do you feel like you were treated with dignity and respect when you were let go by Robert Kraft?
Yeah, well, it was a mutual decision for us to part ways.
He said fired.
It was a mutual decision.
The other change for Belichick is 24-year-old Jordan Hudson, his creative muse, as he writes in his book.
Make sure that that's the
Jordan was a constant presence during our interview.
You have Jordan right over there. Everybody in the world seems to be following this relationship. They've got an opinion about your private life. It's got nothing to do with them, but they're invested in it. How do you deal with that?
Never been too worried about what everybody else thinks. Just try to do what I feel like is best for me and what's right.
How did you guys meet?
not talking about this. No.
It's a topic neither one of them is comfortable commenting on, though Hudson has recently posted about it on Instagram.
You joined InstaFace, as you put it. I love that. There's some great pictures of you and Jordan, where you're a fisherman and she's a mermaid. It's charming. It's a different side of you. What's the reaction been like?
What's it been like?
To have these different sort of photos. There's another one where you're doing, I know you're not into meditation or yoga or Pilates. You're balancing Jordan on your feet. She's doing kind of the Titanic pose.
Yeah, so I'm on some of those social media platforms, but I honestly don't follow them.
What he does follow isn't clicks or views, but touchdowns and above all, wins.
You do seem like you're having a lot more fun these days than you were in other chapters of your life, let's say.
I enjoy football. I enjoy the whole process of it. It's hard to win, and it's hard to
That's
beat other
fucking funny.
good coaches, good teams. I appreciate the grind. I appreciate the competition. But coaching's fun. Honestly, I feel like I haven't worked a day in my life.
That's fucking hilarious, dude, with the jack in the background. Oh my god. That's funny shit. I gotta stop learning how to do more of that. Those might blow up. But yeah, it was good old Bill Belichick cucking out 2 days ago on CBS Sunday morning. Fucking nuts. Yeah, it was on, like I just said, Sunday morning, CBS, yes. Fucking funny.
Yeah,
Funny shit. My muse and my creative mill. Tom Brady didn't teach him one lesson about football ever in his entire book. Get the fuck out of here. He's a petty motherfucker, boy.
I have ever seen. I just don't. The tattered sweatshirt? Like, I mean, this, I just don't know. I think he may be being held hostage, and we may need to send in the Navy SEALs or something.
No,
this
honestly,
was insane. Insane.
No, it's like, I'm going to straight up, like, this is a crap. Like, the Navy sweatshirt I'm going to forgive, because I truly think that was his dad's. Is that confirmed or validated?
This is the local radio show near my house. They fucking get all over him today. I was listening to this in my yard.
High school down in Maryland or wherever the hell it was. Yes, which is, but like wearing it is such an ultra hardo move. On top of it, all things like, hey, look, I'm such a football guy. Here's my dad's Navy sweatshirt. Like,
and you know she told him to wear it.
But yes. It's like, oh my God, like, this is the whole thing. Like, sir, are you okay? Please blink twice if you need us to step across your door frame.
No doubt.
Call 311, 811, 411, 911.
Right,
like
911.
Wellness check, Isle Belichick. Andy, this thing, the optics on this were
Wellness check. Isle Belichick. That's fucking hilarious.
awful. Welcome to my side of the street, everyone. I told you this months ago when she was dragging his ass around by the hand. Yep. He was shuffling along. He didn't look happy. I told you I would offer to go help him. Despite our differences over the years, we had ups and downs in our relationships. I would have driven to wherever he was, picked him up. We could have done one of those old school things, gotten a van and just thrown him in. Ted could have helped me. We could have used the minivan we had out in Green Bay. And we
This
could
is a
save
great
idea for a viral video. Let's Stiz, you drive. Dan, you're on the maps.
Okay.
We'll get Ted. Well, no, Ted doesn't want to come. Hard. It's just you and me.
Funny
We
shit.
go there like in old school, like
Yes.
when Will Ferrell jumped
Save
out
his
the
ass.
parking lot. Yes, and like Celtic pride, except it's now not kidnapping the best player so the Celtics can win. We need to go rescue Belichick.
Because this is not funny anymore. It is sad. It is sad for a guy, whatever you think of him personally, who was once on People Magazine's most powerful men in the world. Most power, not in
See what
sports,
women will do to you?
in the world. And now this guy is a universal laughingstock. He is. I know he doesn't monitor it. He says he's on social media, but he doesn't actually monitor it. Except he knew when they called him a predator deep in the weeds of a comment on some Facebook page or something.
It's not like IG or something. Like that. That's so
Rescue
minute.
mission,
I don't
no
understand
doubt.
what that was all about.
Yes, Dan Ball.
Here is the context, by the way, for the Navy sweatshirt, because they addressed it off the top.
Coach, thank you for doing this. What's going on with this sweatshirt?
Well, you can see I've worn this one for a while.
Wow. Exactly.
I love also that nationally, us calling her. I feel like we're the first ones to start calling her Jordan. That it's like starting to pick up steam.
She might get mad too, and eventually maybe she'll call us and yell.
A lowercase O-R-D, capital O, lowercase n. So even she says Jordan in her Instagram name.
See, she picked it up from us.
That's right.
She got mad at the media because they called her Jordan. Belichick calls her Jordan. She goes, no, it's Jordan on Instagram. Oh my God. This broad's probably like fucking Johnny Depp's Amber Heard type broad.
Talking about this.
We're not talking about.
No.
My favorite part is actually him. No,
honey.
no.
By the way, that guy, I'm with Jones and Keefe and the midday crew. That guy came across like $1 million. He did his
a good
homework.
job.
He was prepared, very professional. There is no way anybody can say fake news or
No.
that's got you journalism. I'm not falling for
The guy
that
did
up
a
here
good
in
job.
Alaska. No. This guy composed and conducted himself appropriately. Asked relevant questions, pointed out the relationship,
Funny
and it
shit.
builds like, oh, I'm not really concerned about all these things. I've never concerned myself with what other people saying. That's fine, but the rest of the world is fascinated, if not.
If I had to, that was weird. You guys still here? Fucking YouTube. Over under. I think under. Probably under. I think that shit's gonna go badly. Badly. For Billy Boy. Could go very badly for Billy Boy down there. I don't know how much talent they're gonna have either. I mean, do these young guys even care if he's Bill Belichick?
Yes, to speak with Coach Ime Udoka.
Well, Coach, we saw a little Fred. We saw a little Dylan on Draymond. We also saw the zone. What did you think was effective or not effective defensively in the first quarter?
Oh, we turned the ball over. It's hard to get stops, obviously. We had 5 for the quarter, 4
You know
in the
what I
first
mean?
5 possessions. So once we took care of the ball, make them score in the half court, we're in good shape.
Their deep ball also hurt you early, but what did
Like, how many people is he gonna resonate with? Are those kids gonna be that excited? Would they rather go play for Dion, some of these other coaches, or go play for Belichick? And then if it goes badly, no one's going to want to go there the following year.
Post is a 3. And they have started Golden State Reds 4 of 6 from 3. They have gone 0 of their last 9 threes until that hit. 5 of 16 on the evening. Van Vliet. Smith got an Adams screen. Looks for Steven. Grabs onto the ball.
Rockets down by 5.
Post is there. Şengün across the lane. Side. Dylan Brooks will knock in the 3-point shot. Hits it right there.
2-point
Within
game.
7, he has been
Houston hanging around. But yeah, Bill Belichick turning into a cuck. Maybe he always has been. But crazy, didn't acknowledge Brady in his book at all. Kind of funky.
Investigates.
Oh, this fucking asshole. I can't with him tonight. JLR investigates. down in Clearwater. There's the captain that got in a boat accident. Let's fucking lie about him, too. Fucking douchebag. That dude got, like, ran out of the Northeast. Ran out of the Northeast. Crazy. Yeah, it might be because you live closer, Monty. I don't know. I got it on the internet, and I got it on ESPN.com. Maybe they're a little behind. Oh, you have Rockets +4. I thought you said you have the Rockets with 44 points. That's a tough one. That's going to be a tough one. Golden State at home. You're winning by 6 right now. I'm surprised Houston won a single game. To be honest. I'm surprised any of these games were close. Houston did better than I thought they would already. Just because of Butler and Curry. And how many free throws they're going to shoot. And Draymond's bullshit. But I watched Houston play quite a bit this year, but the times I saw them, they didn't have their center. I think only but one game. So, like, I haven't seen them play I haven't seen them play with their entire team much. Yeah, they're getting old, but they're still. Curry still had a good year. Butler shows up in the playoffs. Butler shoots like 20 free throws a game for his career in the playoffs. I just thought it was a bad matchup. Butler got hurt. If Butler didn't get hurt, the Warriors might be up 3-0. That could be part of it, too. I know the games have been pretty close. I think there was only one blowout. I don't even think it was a blowout. I think it was like maybe double digits. Well, I think Golden State's got enough still. Steve Kerr is a decent coach. They've been playing with each other all year besides Butler. And he's just going to ISO anyway. But Rockets are hanging in there. I don't know if I would have took them +4, though, in Golden State. With Golden State having the chance to go up 3-1. But I'm not a fan of either of those teams either, so I don't really have a horse in the race. I also seen South Park, I guess, gave the fucking shaft to Disney recently. I got to check out that episode. I saw a little bit of that shit. I guess they got that girl that played Snow White, Rachel Ziegler, pretty good in South Park. And then she's demanding they take it down and she's going to sue them. Good luck. Everyone's tried to sue them guys. Good luck with that one. But I gotta watch the episode. I've never seen it yet. How much did you have to put up? Oh, you put up $500. Ugh. It's a lot of money, dude. I like Boston. They're my favorite team. I'm a little worried about them right now, though. They're pretty beat up, dude. And the Magic give them fits, but still, I'm a little worried with Boston. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. Hopefully, it's just the Magic. Like I said, hopefully, it's just the Magic of giving them trouble. But I don't feel as good as I did going into the playoffs with Tatum and Porzingis getting beat up. Drew Holiday hasn't played 2 of the last games. That means extra minutes for Horford. So it's like, it worries me a little bit. Especially like Cleveland just ran through fucking Miami. I think the Celtics would have ran through Miami too.
Point shooting,
but yeah, I guess they got Rachel Ziegler really good, man. I wish I could find some of it. I can't even find any of it. But she put a thing out. Please stop the hate. Losing it. She wrote, "Fuck South Park. Rachel Ziegler demands South Park be banned." Let's try to listen to some of it.
Degree online. Everyone except WGU. Their respected school of education.
You check under the bed and make sure there's no Disney executives under there.
Oh, not again.
Yeah, only this time, it wasn't just me. They were taking all my favorite people and replacing them with diverse women complaining about the patriarchy.
Snow White slept and waited for her prince to come, but he never did. Because a woman shouldn't have to depend on a man. Snow White was brought back to life by a lady doctor.
And she lived happily ever after.
Well, she couldn't indulge in strenuous activities like handball, but otherwise, she was fine.
That's nice.
If you thought Disney's Snow White was a train wreck, just wait. Because South Park just jumped out of a moving car, lit the train on fire, and then roasted Rachel Ziegler alive while the Simpsons cheered from the sidelines.
Good.
We're talking full public meltdowns, desperate phone calls, TikTok memes everywhere, and a career collapse so bad, even Disney's trying to act like they've never heard of Rachel Ziegler. And it's about to get even worse, because Family Guy's loading up next with a bazooka. Today, we're breaking down exactly how Rachel Ziegler managed to turn the most iconic Disney princess into a career obituary, why even Disney is trying to pretend this movie never happened, and how South Park managed to body slam an entire company in under 30 minutes. Buckle up, it's uglier than a Snow White merchandise clearance rack. Lately, nothing, and I mean nothing, has been funnier than watching the Walt Disney Company absolutely detonate itself in front of the entire world. Snow White was supposed to be Disney's next billion-dollar reboot. Instead, it face-planted so hard that the sidewalk is suing for emotional damages. The merch...
I want to see if I can find one that says more about like what they said about her. South Park creators react to Rachel Ziegler suing in $100 million defamation lawsuit.
A major development going on now involves more to do with...
Did you know that just 4 minutes exposure to good news a day can make you...
I have a feeling Belichick's girls like a Rachel Ziegler.
More to do with Rachel Ziegler and her attitude towards South Park Studios and Paramount after learning about what they are planning for their upcoming special called the DEI Special.
The last time I had the dream, I was...
They're going to do a DEI special too? Oh my God. I still watch South Park all the time. You got to have special... You got to pay to watch them. You're going to have whatever channel they're on now. I think it's Cinemax.
Coming special called the DEI Special.
The last time I had the dream, I was walking down the school hallway, and that's when I started to notice that something's wrong. Everyone I cared about has been systematically replaced. And finally, I want to scream, and I'm like, why are they replacing every single character with someone who is diverse?
No, make it more lame. That is exactly what they're doing. And that is why we hate the diversity, equity, and inclusion casting and writing in movies.
From the moment word leaked that Rachel Ziegler had filed a staggering 9-figure defamation suit against...
Yeah, that's what they're doing in July, dude. The DEI diversity episode. Oh, it's going to be fucking good.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone, the creative masterminds behind South Park, Hollywood insiders knew they were witnessing a clash tailor-made for 21st century spectacle. On one side stood a rising performer still reeling from the bruising fallout of Disney's troubled Snow White remake. On the other, two veteran satirists who had spent nearly 3 decades skewering every sacred cow in pop culture.
And what they recently did toward both Zegler and the Disney company for their Snow White film. It turns out that both Trey Parker and Matt Stone are already preparing for the DEI special.
What began as a brisk, irreverent parody in a single episode suddenly morphed into a legal drama with stakes far higher than anyone anticipated, pitting a young star's reputation against the freewheeling spirit of a show famous for mocking anything and everything without apology. The dispute erupted after South Park aired an installment lampooning the relentless swirl of controversy surrounding Rachel's updated take on Disney's first animated princess.
Snow White is the first American feature-length animated movie, 1937. It's one of the most beloved movies of all time.
In typical Parker Stone fashion, the episode exaggerated every headline, turning online chatter about modernizing a classic into a surreal fever dream. The cartoon Rachel strutted through a pastel kingdom wielding a smartphone like a scepter, firing off hot-button comments about historical context, studio politics, and social progress.
Yeah, it wasn't an episode. They put out like a quick little thing, like a trailer almost. They put something out the other day that fucking showed what they were going to do, and that's why she's all pissed off. It wasn't an actual episode.
Yet somewhere in Los Angeles, a real-life actress watched the same footage, her smile fading as the animated jabs cut deeper than expected. Initial murmurs suggested that Rachel might shrug off the mockery. After all, countless celebrities have endured South Park's merciless spotlight without resorting to lawyers. But those murmurs turned out to be wishful thinking. Within days, TMZ splashed an explosive headline across its homepage.
The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Say it louder so your other eye can hear you.
Rachel Zegler weighs $100 million lawsuit over South Park episode. At first, industry observers assumed it was bluster, a bargaining chip to secure a public apology. Instead, Rachel's legal team moved with stunning speed, filing paperwork that accused the show of deliberately damaging her career prospects by portraying her as an entitled, out-of-touch diva responsible for a colossal box office flop.
No, the people who you need to entertain, the people who you need to serve, the people who pay your salary.
The complaint alleged that Parker and Stone had crossed a line from parody into character assassination, effectively painting Rachel as the singular cause of Snow White's woes. According to the filing, animation sequences implying she had personally larger and more trademark bravado faced a genuine legal stress test. Amid this back and forth, another player entered the arena, Disney. Whispers suggested the studio quietly monitored proceedings, worried that any sworn testimony about Snow White's budget overrun throngs of demonstrators and curious onlookers camping outside the courthouse. Streaming networks negotiated broadcast rights for daily recaps, anticipating ratings gold in a world where cartoons required disclaimers reading no parody.
So yeah, they don't give a fuck.
Make sure there's no
That's funny. Fucking funny. They're gonna destroy her.
Please, Kathleen Kennedy, stop ruining everything. But Kathleen Kennedy is all like, put another gay diverse woman in it, make it more f***ing lame. And the Disney stock just keeps going down and down and down. And then Bob Iger is all like, no, it's so dumb and that's down. No, Kathleen Kennedy.
One major development going on now involves more to do with Rachel Zegler and her attitude towards South Park Studios and Paramount after learning about what they are planning for their upcoming special called the DEI special.
The last time I had the dream, I was walking down the school hallway.
It's gonna be
I started to
hilarious.
notice that something's wrong. Everyone I cared about has been systematically replaced. And finally, I want to scream, and I'm like, why are they replacing every single character with someone who is diverse?
No, make it more lame. That is exactly what they're doing.
Into career went against two of the most fearless men in entertainment,
I hope they rip her
Trey
alive.
Parker and Matt Stone. Why? This team introduced screenshots of actual tweets and comments from people who did think the parody was true. They believed Rachel literally said peasants on set. They believed she demanded
They always spin it in her favor, these fucking stupid Hollywood channels. That's fucking... Dude, they're going to tear her ass up. I can't wait. They're going to tear her up. If they don't, I'm going to be pissed. If they don't tear her ass up, they've torn everyone up. If you're going to tear up one person, you got to tear them all up. Fucking, I hope they tear her ass up.
Probably a taunting technical on Dylan Brooks.
Damn.
Right there. Green got up a little bit. You can see Thompson writhing on the floor and holding on to his mouth for Houston. Green laid the wood there. I mean, he got up high and
Dylan Brooks doing dumb shit.
So everything is fair game here in this tie at 36.
Draymond doing goofy shit.
Go in the first half of game 4.
And let's also note, there is very little love lost between these two organizations. We saw what happened at the end of the regular season, that little scrum between Ime Udoka and words being said with Chef Curry as they were headed to the locker rooms at half. And there's a history because, let's face it, the Warriors have owned the Rockets over the last 7-8 years in terms of playoff success, 4-0 in those series. And this is, even though there's a lot of Rocket players that weren't on that team, this is a young, hungry, and they take a lot of their defensive identity from that man right there in black in the middle, Ime Udoka. He encourages this. He loves it. This is how he was as a player.
He inherited a team that won 22 games.
That's what started it all. That's why Dylan Brooks will get
Curry was talking shit, and then Dylan Brooks went after him.
And did.
And then here's Jabari Smith, a quick post. That'll be a double technical for both of them. And that's it. This is taking way too long. I mean, this is what kills the flow of games. There's got to be a time limit on some of these reviews. Now, did they call it on Thompson or did they call the foul on Brooks?
Nah, tornadoes can happen pretty much anywhere, man. We get them up here in New England, believe it or not. I've seen a couple. Fucking Worcester got destroyed in Springfield. I think it was like 10 years ago. They can happen just about anywhere.
Listen, you could say that Curry is the one who started it by holding up the two fingers to Dylan Brooks. You can make a case. That's why Dylan Brooks reacted. If Curry doesn't do that, then Dylan Brooks maybe doesn't swipe at the ball.
I've seen him on the water too. Water spout's fucking scary.
Brooks, of course, a couple playoffs ago when he played for Memphis.
This is what started it right there.
Water, tornado out of the water that can suck you into the fucking ocean.
And then that's why Brooks grabbed the ball, and then
and that's another taunt. So maybe that could offset one another. And then we should be playing ball with Curry at the free throw line.
After review during the altercation, 3 technical fouls have been assessed. A technical foul on Curry for taunting Brooks. Then during the dead ball action for Brooks.
Dylan Brooks finds a way to get Curry attacked.
The same dead ball action. Therefore, there are 2 technical fouls in Golden State, 1 on Houston. Houston will shoot 1 free throw.
They did not address the screen set by Green and Thompson, who went down to the floor.
Well, I would like to see where Green picked up a technical foul. And nothing on Post and nothing on Jabari Smith.
I hit him with a nasty shoulder in the face.
It was the shoulder.
Is that what they're giving Draymond Green a technical foul for?
Or is it some of this afterwards?
Still want to... No. I do not understand that on Draymond Green.
Nor does Draymond. He doesn't understand it either.
Draymond got one because he's Draymond. That's why. Because he acts like an asshole.
On the screen, I think the technical on Green had to be on the shove, right?
Where did you see it shove? I think he was being more of a peacemaker, actually. And I know his history. Let me see if he actually shoved Dylan Brooks here. Picks him up. No, he's moving him out of the way because of what just went down with Stephen Curry. I don't understand that with Draymond Green.
Green will be at the line. Jalen Green will be at the line for the Rockets. So the technical fouls on Curry, Draymond Green, and Brooks.
But here, this almost kind of handcuffs Draymond Green. He plays with a lot of emotion, and his emotions on his sleeve. Now with that one technical, Curry's headed back to the locker room. So now Draymond Green has to be a little bit restrained for the rest of this ballgame.
Post and Green, Butler is in, Moody and Podziemski, the Golden State 5, under 7 to go in the second quarter. Thompson is defending. There's a foul called on Amen Thompson.
Number 2 on Thompson.
Wasn't a bad call.
I was telling the story about Udoka. He inherited a team that won 22 games the year before he got there. They won 41 last year. Won 41.
I wonder why Curry went back into the dressing room.
The Rockets went on to win 52. Remarkable job what he's done in 2 years.
He does look like Jamie Foxx a little bit.
Oh, that's a steal by Thompson. Lunged in, gets the ball, turnover right there. Warriors and the Rockets with it. A screen and a 3 on the 5.
Nice shot.
Knocks it in. It's a triple.
Man, what a first half.
He's having a good first half.
9 points on 3.
The minute Curry's out, the turnover prone.
Post is on the move. Thompson will meet him. Podziemski. And back to Butler, who finds the double team.
Nice hook shot. Post.
He's got 12.
Back on the floor and the bench for the Warriors.
Post at 2 points. There's a long shot. That won't go. On the miss by Van Vliet.
Jimmy Butler can kind of get going here. This zone is really messing with the Warriors.
Not the Warriors, man. They're good.
And his first basket tonight.
Jimmy Butler makes them a completely different team. Because you can't leave them open.
The bump, the grind, the shot, the foul. 5.5 in the half. Draymond Green picks up his second personal foul.
How about a struggle bus for Shane Goon with Draymond Green guarding him. Only 1 of 7 and 2 points for the All-Star.
Check that on Green. That is only his first foul. With Thompson getting the inbound by Van Vliet. Goon, Green, and Brooks on the floor for the Rockets. Shot clock is at 7. The twirling Thompson. Goon shuts his way into the paint. Now he is picking up some steam.
Right
some
up.
of those inside moves with Post the other way. And Podziemski on top. Approaching 5 to play in the half. And Post with a 3. It's picked up by Brooks. Van Vliet down court. Green will sail in
job.
for 2.
Nice pass.
Rocket transition.
Rockets are hanging around.
Golden State bench already showing the upper hand in the scoring department tonight, as they did in Game 3. Podziemski hooks his on him tenaciously. Moody a move.
That's a foul.
With the whistle.
That's going to be number 3 on Thompson.
That's a bad call on Thompson. He can score. That sucks for Houston. They had Curry on the bench.
We talk so much about the defensive rating for the Rockets, and it was superb
They
this
already got
season.
3 guys
As it ended up
with 2
number
fouls,
4.
1 with
But since Butler has
3.
joined the Golden State Warriors, Golden State has had the number 1 defensive rated team in the league since early February.
And it was with that smaller lineup with Moody in the starting 9.
Tari Eason checks in for the Rockets. Gary Payton checks in for the Warriors. Moody's got the ball. Curry back on the floor. Pajemski with it. Shot clock is down to 3. He's double. He's flips one inside to Moody. Picked up and a foul.
Awful possession for Golden State.
As Green was off. I guess they stopped because the shot clock violation, but they're by midcourt when they signaled the shot clock.
And that killed the Rockets fast break.
Yes.
They had numbers,
and they were moving.
That's why Van Vliet.
All right, you guys, I'm going to call it a night.
The Rockets fast break. They had numbers.
Just wanted to hop on and say hello, shoot the shit with you guys for a little bit. I'll catch you guys mañana. Peace.